It's hard to believe that just 2 kilometres from Sydney's CBD, the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, there are 80 hectares of prime waterfront land sitting largely underutilised and in some places derelict, together with 94 hectares of waterways. Urban Growth New South Wales plans to change that, to transform this government-owned land by unlocking the waterfront and creating great destinations and great opportunities on the land and the water that will benefit not just local residents, but the broader city of Sydney, the state and the nation. 30,000 years ago, the Cadigal and Wongal clans of the Eora Nation lived around the area. After European settlement, the area became home to a range of different industrial and maritime uses, including abattoirs and timber mills, rowing clubs, a container wharf, grain silos, and, since 2013, the city's international passenger terminal at White Bay. At the head of White Bay sits the heritage-listed White Bay Power Station, which was built by New South Wales Rail Commissioners between 1912 and 1917 to provide power for Sydney's growing rail network. The power station was decommissioned in 1983 and since then has sat abandoned and inaccessible behind locked gates. The transformation project is about making the site accessible and finding a new life for the power station that generates new jobs and opportunities, whether as a place for learning, for arts and culture, or for high-tech innovation and advanced manufacturing, or a raft of other possibilities. But there's more to White Bay than the power station. Named after John White, the naval surgeon aboard the First Fleet, it's been a container wharf, and the Glebe Island grain silos bear testimony to its history as a dry bulk cargo terminal. The transformation of the area is all about maximising the public good by unlocking waterfront land which has been inaccessible for years. Efficient and comprehensive transport and mobility in the area is also a priority, including dealing with the congestion on Victoria Road, which saps billions of dollars of productivity from Sydney and the nation. Adjacent to the old Rozelle rail yards lies Rozelle Bay. It has the potential to be a maritime playground of Sydney Harbour. We want a plan for the land and the water as a whole. But while the green space of Bicentennial Park sits to the south of the bay, today degraded land sits at the head of the bay, and the northern foreshore, a home to various maritime facilities, including a super yacht marina and a large dry stack storage facility, is effectively inaccessible to the general public. Then there's the Sydney Fish Market, the third largest fish market in the world, on prime waterfront land, less than a 20-minute walk from the heart of the CBD, but crying out for a complete overhaul. Imagine the possibilities if we redeveloped the 1960s market and enabled public access to the waterfront. What about a fresh market district, offering not just fish, but all sorts of fresh produce? We have a set of 20 principles, including public benefit and access, which are guiding our preliminary work on the 30-year transformation plan for the area. But we don't have all the answers. What we do know is that the transformation of the Bays Precinct represents one of the most exciting and ambitious city building opportunities in the world today, and that its success will hinge on mutual trust, goodwill and collaboration.